Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Dark Light. Today I am going to show you a list of 5 games which will be released on first half of 2022. I will also tell you the release date and specification requirements for these games. In this video games are listed based on their release date. So, let's start this video after the intro. First game of this list is God of War. It is an action-adventure game published by Sony. It was released worldwide on April 2018 for the PlayStation. It takes no time to get popular for its realistic graphics and awesome gameplay. Now this game is going to be released on 14th January for PC. In this game you will control the character, Kratos, in combo-based combat and puzzle game elements. Although the game is played entirely as Kratos, there are times when the player may choose to passively control his son, Atreus. The gameplay is vastly different from previous games, as it was completely rebuilt. Throughout the game, you have to battle Norse mythological foes, like Dark Elves, Wolvers, and Draugrs, as well as Gullveig and the Revenants, beings warped by seer magic, among many others. Valkyries appear as optional boss battles. There are also many side missions, which will engage you all the times.
He doesn't know, does he? About your true nature? Or his own?
This weapon comes from here, but only when tempered by this, the self-control of the one who wields it.
So I'm a man now, like you?
No, we are not men. We are more than that. The responsibility is far greater. Understand? Behind me. Say it.
You will be better.
Second game of this list is Dying Light 2, Stay Human. This game is going to release on 4th February. Dying Light 2, Stay Human is an action role-playing survival horror video game featuring a zombie apocalyptic-themed open world. Set 20 years after Dying Light, starring a new protagonist named Aiden Caldwell, who is equipped with various Parker skills. Players can perform actions such as climbing ledges, sliding, leaping off from edges, and wall running to quickly navigate the city. Tools such as a grappling hook and a paraglider also aid traversal in the city. Aiden can also use the undead to break his fall. The game is mostly melee-based with the majority of fighting using melee weapons. The melee weapons have a limited lifespan and will degrade as the player uses them in combat. Long-range weapons such as crossbows, shotguns, and spears can be used as well. Weapons can be upgraded with different blueprints and components which can be found by breaking down weapons for craft parts. Aiden can also utilize superhuman skills due to the infection. New zombies have been added. Like the first game, the zombies are slow when exposed to sunlight, but they become more aggressive and hostile at night. The game is set in the city, a massive urban open world set in Europe that players can explore freely. When exploring the city, players can scavenge different scraps and resources for crafting new items and weapons. In the game, players meet different factions and settlements and have to make different decisions that would fundamentally change the state of the game's world and how non-playable characters view Aiden. The consequences are far-reaching, with the player being able to bring prosperity to a faction while completely destroying another settlement. Making certain decisions will open up or seal off areas in the city.
But most importantly, you decide your own fate as well.
You're about to turn.
Make sure to stay human.
Third game of this list is Elden Ring. This game will be released on 25th February. Elden Ring is an action role-playing game played in a third-person perspective and features elements similar to those found in its predecessors, the Souls series as well as Bloodborne and Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, with gameplay focusing on combat and exploration. Combat in Elden Ring relies heavily on character building elements found in previous Souls games and related intellectual properties such as calculated and close-ranged melee-based combat with the use of skills, magic abilities, as well as blocking and dodging mechanics. Elden Ring will introduce mounted combat and a stealth system, the latter being a core gameplay element from Sekiro. These features are expected to encourage players in strategizing their combat approach with each unique enemy they encounter. The game will make use of a player character stamina bar after being absent from Sekiro, although its overall influence over combat was reduced compared to previous titles that utilized it. Unlike in Sekiro, resurrection mechanics after in-game death won't be available, however some elements were added to ensure players' progression within the game.
And they will die in an unending curse. For how else is a champion or a lord to be born? Brandish the Elden Ring. For all of us.
Fourth game of this list is Stalker 2. This game is going to release on 28 April. Chernobyl exclusion zone has changed dramatically after the second massive explosion in year 2006. Violent mutants, deadly anomalies, warring factions have made the zone a very tough place to survive. Nevertheless, artifacts of unbelievable value attracted many people called stalkers who entered the zone for their own risk, striving to make a fortune out of it or even to find the truth concealed in the heart of Chernobyl. Take over a role of the lone stalker and explore photorealistic seamless open world in a 64 square kilometer radioactive zone with a variety of environments that reveal post-apocalyptic atmosphere from different angles. You have to make your way through the zone to define your destiny as you choose your paths within highly branching epic story.
Узнаешь мотив?
Слышал? Вот это культура! А ты одно и то же по кругу лобаешь.
Сам же просишь. Да пошел ты.
Зря ты так с друзьями. Ты же его на вылазки таскаешь.
Before moving to the next game, please subscribe to the channel if you didn't do this yet and hit the like button. These gives me motivation to create this kinds of videos. Last game of today's video is Hogwarts Legacy. It is an immersive open-world action RPG set in the world first introduced in the Harry Potter books. Now you can take control of the action and be at the center of your own adventure in the wizarding world. Embark on a journey through familiar and new locations as you explore and discover fantastic beasts, customize your character and craft potions, master spell casting, upgrade talents, and become the wizard you want to be. Experience Hogwarts in the 1800s. Your character is a student who holds the key to an ancient secret that threatens to tear the wizarding world apart. You have received a late acceptance to the Hogwarts and soon discover that you are no ordinary student. You possess an unusual ability to perceive and master ancient magic. Only you can decide if you will protect this secret for the good of all or yield to the temptation of more sinister magic. Discover the feeling of living at Hogwarts as you make allies, battle dark wizards, and ultimately decide the fate of the wizarding world. Your legacy is what you make of it.
And while your journey begins at Hogwarts, brewing potions, taming fantastic beasts, and mastering spells, there is a larger world beyond these walls. A world filled with dangers you can't yet imagine. An ancient knowledge long gone from this world. That strange and mysterious talent you possess may be the key to unlocking this dormant power. Your potential is limitless. But what form will it take? The journey ahead will reveal what you stand for. The choices you make now will define the legacy of Hogwarts.